All right. So basically, to go over what I did for Sprint 1 and how I integrated with the rest of the group. So my biggest sections this week were authentication, which I did with David, and then the settings screen, just setting constraints and making sure that it divvies off to other pages. So to get going, I want to show you my code. So I created a new Swift file called account view controller, and basically this handles the account where I put the logout button. So this simple code right here basically signs out. So basically checks if the authorization of the current user is nil, and if it's not, then it signs out, and otherwise it catches the error. So I had to import Firebase in this, and basically what it does, let me run the simulator real quick. Sorry, I didn't do this ahead of time. So build succeeded. All right, well, that's loading. I'm going to actually talk about sign up view controller. So in this as well, I added code right here that it lets the user actually change their username, and it actually allows it to register in the Firebase authentication mini database right now. We haven't set up the full database yet, so we won't actually have a column for this username yet, and we actually have to put a token from Firebase with the actual username, so we can sort by that and have them log in by that. But for now, it's just the base functionality of the username, so it at least saves it in the authentication. I'm going to show you. I'm going to log in to test at test.com. Password. All right, log in. So what I worked on, settings, making sure all the constraints are right on this, making sure it shows up the same on every single different device. So that wasn't too difficult. Just made sure that looks nice. And then I made pages that just off each of one of these. As you can see here, friends, I'll come back to account in a sec. Those are just dummy pages. For account, I actually have functionality right here, this logout button. That's the sign out functionality in the account view controller I was talking about before. And it logs back out to the thing. So right now it just has a logout functionality. We still have to deal with the sessions and making sure the session data refreshes when it signs out. But that'll be for next week's sprint. And then just showing the Firebase. So we have users logged in. It doesn't show the username, but it actually did register the test at test.com. That's why it worked when we logged in. So the authentication is working. And then for GitHub, let's see. All right, so it shows I did some commits on 128, but I also did some other commits. One second. Let me go to my branch that I was working on. So I was working on the A1 login. Let's see where I can. Okay, so right here. So commits. So on branch A1 login, I put these finish error handling, so I did all the error messages as well for our sign in functionality, so I added on to what David did for that. And then I added the sign off functionality, and I still haven't committed my full constraints for my settings page yet because it was going to throw merge conflicts, so I'm going to do that. But I have that all on my local device. So yeah, that's about what I have going for me right now, and I'm going to continue to work on the authentication and the notifications for the panel next week. Cool.